Hello. Hi, Frost. How you doing? For some reason, Spotify decides not to work today. I need to fix that. But I'll do it later. Because that's not really the focus of what we're doing today. What's up, Frost? So, okay. So, I haven't really done this on stream at all. And I don't really do stuff like this on stream very much. Now, because I want to save the experience for when it's actually like out and released. But the idea today is, yes, I've slept. That's one thing out of the way. I've slept. So I sound a bit more lively, I guess. I still want to keep it down. For like not to wake up my family, but I want to work and hopefully finish up. Okay, I guess. Now, I've worked a little bit on it. You know, I just haven't released anything. But that aside, we're working on the expanded edition. But I do want to go back. I do want to go back to older songs and mix them better. I want to mix them better, and hopefully work on a new song today. Um, yeah. So, I hope everyone's doing okay. I should alert my Discord server. I wonder if it's been a while since I've seen that light up like that. Cause I'm always invisible. I should alert the Discord. Hello, I'm streaming. I'm live. I'm live streaming. I'm funny. Now, I tried to be. Okay. I need to tag the Discord more and let everybody know. I am outside. I don't make thumbnails for these things. Because, I suck at, well, not that I suck at it, I'm just lazy. My typing is very slow. I don't know why Discord asked me twice. Alright. Look at me, I'm trying to be more active in my own Discord. Now, let me pause this. Now, first and foremost, I want to, like, before we work on anything new, I want to work on, like, just remixing songs. Not like, you know what I mean. You know what I mean. If I can remember, it's funny because let's see. What did I call the file? This thing. Let's just open a file. Alright, I'm gonna turn on studio mode real quick. Now, reason I'm turning that on so I can Okay, so it's already here. That's cool. I don't need to do this anymore. Now, okay. This might get really boring. I don't know. We'll see. Um, we'll see. We'll see. I still have yet to. Um, what the frick? Why am I able to save nothing? What the heck? Let's see. Let me open. Gotta have the file somewhere. Let me see if. Okay. So, I should have all of this. I should. I should. Okay. Now, I want to see what I like to do is turn it up all the way and mix the master. That's literally it. You know, just mix the master. So it's tolerable to listen to at high volume. Because this particular song is. See how it's peaking? It's peaking. Now, I'm going to go into the master. I'm going to go into the master and I'm going to tune a few things. Now, make use of the limiter. That's what we'll start with. And we'll move it down like that. Now, I'm going to put a parametric EQ on this because that's how we tune out the high and low frequencies. Now, okay, you can see everything. Wow. The music is really loud. Yes, that's actually intentional. I did that because I want to, well, it doesn't have to be the loudest, but I just realized something. That this particular, like, these drums aren't mixed. What was I doing? What was I doing? I thought these drums were fully mixed, but no. There's nothing here. There's nothing here. What the heck? I never mixed beta with at all. I'm sorry. This is probably one of my favorite songs. This is probably one of my favorite songs on the EP itself. Now, I'm going to. Oh, I need the master on, because that will just turn off everything. Now, it's crazy the things I forgot I even put in here. Hold on. I'm gonna have to turn them off from and just like highlight everything. loud. Okay, let me turn this. Ow. That hurt. Why did I do that to myself? I did that to myself. Now, everything is in the mixer, that's why. Let me see something. I went straight to 4. And I missed 3 for some reason when I made this the first time. I do not know why. But I don't feel like changing their mixing order and then putting everything back. That wouldn't be annoying. So we're gonna do this instead. We're gonna do this instead. I'm just gonna fill up that space with It's getting a tad bit clearer. I didn't realize that I didn't do much on this. What the heck? In terms of mixing. Um... What's this one? That may have not been the best idea. Hold on. Let's see. I kind of want to have this reverb a little more outward. Turn up its volume a bit. Wow. Take out that extra frequency that didn't need to be there. That's not what I wanted. But that's okay. I want to throw on a limiter because I like using limiters for whatever reason. So it's not peaking too much. I don't like when things are peaking. Let the high frequency breathe just a little. the heck is this? Is this a... Oh. What was this for? Let me see what it sounds like when I disable it. What was that even for? I don't know what that's for. I know I probably used it for something. I just don't know what I used it for. The file name for these are different from the actual song names. Mainly because, like, when I made these songs initially, I did not know what to call them. So that's also like something behind the name, right? Of the whole EP. Okay, I guess, it's just like a bunch of things. Like, I made this song as a throwaway at first, It was just like, oh, this is cool. Let me... Like, it was really practice, and I just threw them all on the EP, and it was good, I guess. Okay. This particular song, though, is I also made this, like, all the songs I made as throwaways, just practicing. Originally, I was gonna rap on this, but In terms of the drum pattern, I think this is probably my favorite track with, in terms of like drums, because it is so catchy. It makes you kind of want to get up and dance a bit. I make drum and bass weird, but I think every artist does. You know, especially with the later tracks, they don't hit as hard. Um, and I've noticed that through listening to all of them again. Like, they, like, the first four hit incredible. Like, they're super heavy, and then the next four, they're not as heavy, but they're super catchy. um let's see. section, there is high frequency here, but for some reason, I want to keep them. I want to keep the high frequencies because it adds to the mysterious factor of it. Because I did change this track's name. Um, so the sound that I have for it, um, just that kind of high frequency noise, right, that you hear. I feel it works perfect with the song, so I don't want to give that out. That might have been a mistake. Let's see. Tone it down just a little bit. I forgot I put in my own drums here. What the heck? Actually, I want to know how my own drums sound because I forgot how they sound. Something about something about this sample is like the frequencies are very high because you can hear it. You don't even have to have that ear to hear it. I don't know what I was putting down here, but for some reason it works. Okay. I gotta plug my phone up.
Would you like to swallow large amounts of cum?
Hey, Asla, what's
Large
up?
amounts of cum? You wanna swallow large amounts of cum?
Oh my god!
I'll make it worthwhile.
Stop. Alright, stop.
Big
Stop.
old dicks.
Stop.
One
Suck
second, let me
my
grab my
suck.
charger real quick.
Oh my god! Alright.
Suck
Alright,
my
alright.
southern dick.
You know what I should have said in the initial tweet, and I just thought about this? Right? When, I should have said, I am prepared to lose my hearing. Because, holy cow. Hold on, I'm plugging this up real quick. How you doing, Ezra? No CPs. That's good. That's good. I've yet to, I thought about it today. Like, I have yet to respond to your message. I've seen it. I just have not responded to it yet. I'm sorry about that, but I have not forgotten about it. All the new songs are pretty much done. And, well, besides one new song that I have yet to work on. I got this idea like a couple days ago. Jeez, my charger is long. I got this idea like a couple days ago, and I kind of want to like do it, but like this song didn't take much to like clean up. I am not I am not good at like, it's cool. I know you've been busy with stuff. I'm looking forward to hearing what your song you come with next. So just feel free to respond. I appreciate it. Now, there is one Hold on. There is. Okay. No. Now I'm going to go to fix. I'm not sure what this is freaking called. What is the file name for this? Do I still even have the sample for it? If not, then I'll have to fetch the sample again. Or I just won't work on it. Hold on. There was a song. Oh my gosh. I forgot about this song. Like, I started it, but I never really got back to it. I forgot how this sounds. Oh, it's this one. I didn't finish the song, but this was supposed to be like on the deluxe, well, the expanded version, but I never finished the song. I may finish it and throw it on there. But I don't know. I don't know. I've made a few, right, that I just never got back to. Now, hold on. I'm looking for something. Oh my gosh, this is old. What is the file name for this? I probably don't need to work on this anymore, but like, I probably don't need to work on this anymore. Besides maybe toning down the volume of the drums. That's it. Wow. This is actually pretty intricate. What the heck? I might mess with the keys a bit. I don't know. I'm gonna leave it the same. Besides throwing something on the master. Too loud. There we go. There was too much high frequency. I mean, you keep hitting me. What the heck? Why is the reverb so crazy? Hey, what's up? Hey, Streamline, what's up? These are some nice beats. Yeah, they're pretty cool. Only thing is, like, I'm just going back and I'm actually mixing them properly. Or at least what I like to call properly. There is a lot of issues that I did not I didn't fix a lot of things when I first made this, so now I'm going back and I'm fixing all of it, and I'm ending 4, well, maybe 5 new songs. So golly, wow. How are you doing? How are you doing? This might get loud. I'm prepared to lose my hearing for your entertainment. I am prepared. Now, what was I doing? Oh. There's a peak here. What if I put a limiter on? Actually. Nothing is like the volume control. Like nothing on the volume control is like, I didn't mess with anything. I just kind of threw it together. That's how you know this was a throwaway. To tackle that reverb, that's a little too much. I can hear it. It's not great. is really low for some reason. Don't know why. I think it was because I have how they're panned. Hold on. That reverb is strong. What the heck? I'm overthinking this too much. I'm really overthinking this too much. Because now the mix sounds really muddy. That was too loud. Okay. Woke up at 10:30 a.m. because my sleep schedule is effed up. It'd be like that. Yeah, it's like that sometimes. But how are you? I'm attempting to actually makes these songs right. I don't know if I'm doing a good job, but I'm trying. And I probably won't be on here for too much longer. But I wanna like some of these songs, like mix them so they at least sound better. Because before they were all kinds of peaking, too much frequencies everywhere. RL, inconvenience, suck up my free time. Then I spend catching up with Discord notifications. Last night, but many people are DMing me at the same time. Oh wow. Yeah, inconveniences are not cool. But that's just life. That comes with it, you know. Okay. Yeah, she got suspended again. It was like over the stupidest reason too. Like it was over the dumbest reason too. I believe Filian got she collaborated with a Russian VTuber on a collab, I guess. Um, and she was like kicked out of certain stuff because she collaborated with a Russian VTuber, and you know how everyone it's cool to hate on Russia right now. So, yeah, not cool. That they removed her because of that. You know. And Alice voiced her opinion on it. And got suspended for it. Does that sound better? Because it was speaking before. Okay, that sounds much better. Yeah, that sounds so much better. Give me 3 years and I'll have the year for this stuff. Okay. I expect that Alice's suspension might be because her posting as favorite images. I um I highly doubt that because that's like community supported by Lolicons. That's a Lolicon centric community. So I don't think she would have gotten suspended for that. Plus, like she's posted Lolly NSFW for a while now, and she's been alright. I think once she got suspended for it, but that was like a long time ago. My friend Charlotte got suspended when she posted. That's so weird. The antis are targeting anyone who posts on. Yeah, it is so weird that antis are going after fiction and lolicons and stuff like that. Like, I don't know. I've said this to the ends of the earth. Go after real predators, but obviously they're not going to do that because it's not as easy as getting a community page taken down for fictional characters. I mean, I'm pretty sure it would be easier to get, like, if Twitter, if there was a spot for grooming little ones, or posting, CCM in that community, so to speak. I'm pretty sure it would be easier to get that taken down, but they would rather go for the harmless lolicons. I don't get it. Like, I've had instances, and this is as of recent, where people will take my art and they will post it in the replies when they're trying to make an argument. And I'm thinking to myself, well, if you deem this CSCM, why in God's great earth are you reposting it here? Like, why don't you just report me and get my page taken down? Like, why are you reposting it? They never answer that correctly. Like, why are you reposting it? I don't think you would reposting actual CSCM. I sure as heck wouldn't. Why would you repost that? Report that. Don't freaking, even if it's censored, it's redistribution. That's not good. They want you to be predators so freaking bad. They want you to be a PDF file. You know, they want that so bad so they can feel validated. All of these people who go after Lelicons are insecure as frick. They're all insecure. They want the internet likes. They want to, you know, they want to. Oh yeah, we did this, and it's dumb. It's really stupid. Because I keep seeing a pattern months ago, and this keeps happening to my moods, and this. And one of my follower counts is dropping. Most of these antis who keep virtual signaling a lot always ended up being groomed. Exactly. So it's anyone who gets mad over something that is clearly not hurting them, it's hitting a specific part of them that they're projecting. It's hitting a specific part. Now, it's like tackling a spirit, right? When you put something in front of an evil spirit that will convict it, it will retaliate. It will try to get away from it. And that's literally what is going on with antis. What they're doing, like what we're doing as Lolicons, is convicting them. So they choose to retaliate by getting pages like discontinued or I don't know, getting accounts suspended, going after people who are doing no harm to anybody, but something inside them is like, make yourself look better. You know, you can still make it out. Go and destroy the Lolicons. I don't know. And that only means one thing. And usually they're exposed for this. They're exposed for being predators. They're exposed for actually doing heinous crimes to children. And it happens all the time. So anytime I see an anti going super hard on cracking down on lolicons, I automatically assume they've got some dirt. I automatically assume they have dirt. automatically assume. You see it with Earth updates, that whole fiasco that went down, crashed out when Mizu asked him a question about his Discord server, which he doesn't moderate, and people groom children in his Discord server. And he was like, I don't care if they get groomed. I don't care. I don't watch the server anyway. Like, bro, that's not a good look. Every time an anti, especially when it comes to big content creators, when they're going heavy on the anti-lolly stuff, you can bet your bottom dollar they got dirt on them. They've done some heinous stuff. Be careful of who you support. Yep. Yep. Absolutely. And it's every time. Every time a big creator, I'm not saying that everyone does this, but every time someone goes out of their way to be like, I hate Lolly and Lollicons, they got some dirt on them, and they're protecting it. They're protecting it. The dude crashed out and hasn't posted an update in forever. I'm glad he's gone. Cause, and it is weird how these antis will have a debate. They'll call it that, but it's not really a debate. It's like, yeah, this is a Twitter space where we can dunk on Lollicons. We'll bring them up, we'll not let them speak, and we'll just dunk on them. We'll put the illusion that they can speak. They better be glad I wasn't there. Well, I was, but they better be glad that Twitter did not let me speak, because it would have been bad. It would have been real bad. So, the Earth update do got major crash out. Yeah, it's real funny. It's hilarious, actually. It is actually freaking hilarious how he crashed out over that. And I'm not scared of Andes as much as people have told me to in my own life. As much as people have told me to in my own life to, uh, you know, it doesn't necessarily affect me anymore, because it's like, I'm not out here doing horrible things to kids, bruh. I'm keeping it fictional. And I'm minding my own business. And when I draw, lollies or whatever, I really don't care. Like, you can come at me all you want. Pause. But, like, you can say what you want to me, all you want. That's not really gonna change me or my stance. I'm still going to draw lolicon content. I'm still going to draw lollies. I like the cute and funny. I do not care. I will publicly profess that. And I have. And it's been met with scrutiny before. And that's okay. That's okay. Um, if people have an issue with me, they can always talk to me. But I've been sent hate DMs. Not very many, but I've been sent hate DMs. I was like, yeah, I finally made it. um, yeah, I've been sent hate DMs like you should end your life and your family would not love you anymore if they figured out that you were a lolicon and stuff like that. And I'm just like, my family loves me regardless. They've seen the stuff I draw. Like, they don't really care too much. I don't care. I'm not out hurting people. I never leave my house. Besides, like, work related things, I do not leave the house unless I absolutely need to do something. Like, I don't know, go to the DMV or get something repaired, or I don't know if I just want to go out. But for the most part, I never leave my house unless I have to work. Keep saying hate DM message for 3 years and Allah. Yeah, like, bro, I've been like, someone threatened to dox me once. That was, I'm not gonna lie, that's kind of freaky that someone would threaten to dox me. Um Hey, never, what's up? Peeps giving me no. It's something Tio was talking about. I just decided to chime in because it's funny to me. You know, I've had this conversation so many freaking times when it comes to uh when it comes to Lolicon and Shotokan and all that. Um, hold on, wait a second. And is there a toggle to make blush go away? Oh, I wasn't pressing 6. What the heck? um, I was like, yeah, it's number 6. What the heck? Just driving to work listening to me? Hey, I hope you have a safe trip to work. You decided to put me on while you're driving to work. That's pretty cool. Like, since I, like, sometimes I'll put streamers on when I'm headed to work myself. And it's nice to listen to while I'm riding. Like, before then, it was like Ubers. Now I have my scooter back, so it's much more personal. I oh, really? You got doxxed. What the frick? Oh, that's understandable, actually. Let me guess, it was over fiction, right? I never understood why go to such lengths with fiction. Look, it may not be your cup of tea, and that's okay. It's okay. You may like big boobs, and that's okay. I like big boobs, actually. Like, I don't just like lollicoms. Eh, like, big boobs are nice, especially if the figure is good too. I like it. I'm here for it. Um, yeah, dox me, doxed by a pedo. Wait. How I'm that name sounds familiar. Um, that like that takes so much effort. You gotta make a ton of alts, make a ton of like emails for those alts, and just go ham. Like that. Do you realize how much effort that takes? That takes a lot of effort. Use that effort to go after actual redditors, people who are really putting kids in danger. But they're not going to do that. They won't do that because I will always bring this up as a reference. When the Taiwanese company tried to put a 9-year-old in the spot of a VTuber, that was not a good idea. No anti was in sight. No anti tried to stop them. No anti did anything. You want to know who did though? And they eventually pulled the plug on the entire project. Lollicons. Lollicons did that. Lollicons did that. Antis were nowhere to be seen. They're all like, oh, it's a depiction of a kid or a child or whatever. Da 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 this, da 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 that. All about fiction. They show up when it's fiction, but when a real kid is being harassed, being hurt, being trafficked, whatever, they are nowhere to be seen. Nowhere to be seen at all. 3 reasons why the suspect is raw is because I know him from Germany. To well, what is him being from Germany at? Like, what does that have to do with it? But okay. Um, to he is promoting his own music called Lollicore. Wait, 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 wait a second. Hold on. Hold on. Promoting his music he calls a lollicore. I think I know who this is. I think I know who this is. All you had to mention was the fact that they promoted music, their own music, and called it lollicore. me and this nigga have beef. Some friend of mine told me, started that, when he joined. Oh, yeah, I know who this is. I know who this is. Oh, yeah, we have beef. Oh, man. He will not leave us alone. Now, oh, man. Oh, this is coming back to haunt me. So, story time. I never thought I would be bringing this up again because I don't like talking about it. I don't like talking about it. I remember this nigga. So, yes, it was an Alice's server. He was making sexual advances on people. And people messaged me about it. They were just like, okay, he's making sexual advances and stuff. He's being inappropriate, causing a ruckus. So I dealt with it. I can't remember how. It's been so long. Somehow he appeared in my server. I didn't know he was a minor at the time. It caused a disruption, right? Here's where I messed up, though. And this is the unfiltered truth. He stated he was a minor, and I kept him around. That was bad on my part. He stayed in the community for a while, constant name changes and all that. Then he started messaging me, right? He was saying, oh, you're so hot and stuff like that. And I'm like, I told him straight up, I was like, don't say that stuff to me. I know you're not even supposed to be here, but I sympathize with your cause. Like, he was telling me about stuff he went through, and I was empathizing with him. I should have banned him right then and there. And he was also in Alice's community. He showed me some of his music. It was not that good. Like back then, and this is why I have like a no policy, because he went around and he was being sexually explicit with people in my server. Because he tried to expose me for, he tried to say I was a groomer and whatever. There's probably a lot of stuff I'm leaving out, but like, he tried to be like, oh, he's a groomer and stuff like that. At first he was saying, oh, I don't want to make this public because I don't want to smear your name or whatever. And then later he makes it public and the entire community jumps him. I kid you not, the entire community jumps him. The part that really makes me feel sick, and this is on me, right? I did not tell Alice until it blew up. Like, where he really started, you know. So then I was just upfront with her. I told her. She was upset, rightfully so. And then after that, like, we kicked him. You know, and he kept coming back. Right? A lot of this is all over the place because it's so hard to remember the order that things happened in. But I know that it was wrong of me to just let him stay there. To let him stay here. You know? Regardless of what he was doing, it was wrong of me to keep him here. And I still feel bad about that to this very day. I was a fool to do that. And that's one thing that I will tell anyone who asks me about it. Either I won't bring up the story at all, like I don't want to talk about it, or I will tell you the whole unfiltered truth. You know? Now, he was sexually explicit to me. I didn't play that. I didn't like that. Mind you, I was not in any way sexually explicit back to him. No, absolutely not. Especially knowing he was a minor at the time. I don't know how old he is now, but just to clarify, we did not exchange anything. Nothing of that was exchanged. I'm making that so clear, and I'm being real honest about that. Nothing was exchanged. He was just weird to not only me, but to other people on my server. And when someone contacted me about it, I was working at the time, so I couldn't message them super quickly, right? So, oh my goodness. The Anime Cowboy, what's up? This is a weird time. But, hey, what's up? But, you're in the middle of a story time that I'm not necessarily the most comfortable telling, but, sorry about to hear about the music situation. It's all good. Well, get it sorted out and it'll be back up, you know. But yeah, like it's crazy because the whole community had my back in that moment, and bro, he got cooked, and I was at work. I was just working. I couldn't engage or anything. I was working at the time. So every, like, when I got off that day, I checked my mentions and things went down. Like, big creators like got on it. It was like, weren't you the person that did this, and this? Like to him, I was like, why are people not mad at me? It was like, I told the unfiltered truth, and I'm telling you the unfiltered truth because I make mistakes. I'm not perfect, but yeah. Um, Sorry, do not trust anyone who claims themselves promoting the Lollicore music or someone. I love Princess Sugar, man. Also think legal action video ones. Yeah. Oh, let me shout you out. Like, bro, um when I saw that in his bio, I was like, yo, nah. I became real strict on not allowing kids in my space. Like I just anybody, I would warn everybody. Um what's up? Since I met Crimson yeah, Sugar is pretty cool. I like Sugar. I love Sugar. um but yeah, I know who you're talking about. I know exactly who you're talking about. You know. Um it's crazy. It's crazy that he won't leave people alone. And he had some beef with Nubby Z, good friend of mine. I love Nubby. Um, just not even like to this day. I'm pretty sure he tells people that I'm a terrible person, and that's okay. Sorry to raid and run, but 360. Oh no, it's fine. It's fine. Perfectly fine. You do what you need to. Thank you so much for raiding. I appreciate you. Um, but yeah, I always stay at their side because I met so many good friends. Yeah, that's one reason I keep my circle closed. I don't really invite many people in. Um, because like just experiences here. I don't I don't like too many bad people. I'm not saying I'm a saint, but like oh man, I'm not gonna lie. I'm pretty sure he still talks about me. He probably still does. I haven't thought about him in like I don't think about him at all. The only time he comes to mind is when someone mentions the Lollicore music, and that's how I know it's about him. He changed his name so frequently. He had this whole two personality thing. It was weird. And it was weird. So now, like, I'm super strict about minors. I'm super strict about it. That that was like, nah, not never again. I don't ever want to put Alice in that position again. That's my friend. That is my heart. You know, I call her my sister for a reason. So, anyone, really, I don't want to put anyone in that situation, and I don't want to get myself into that situation again. You talk about someone who's been through stuff. Stuff has happened to me that has really shaped me, and that was one of those experiences. And I never want that to happen again. So I will do everything in my power to make sure it doesn't. And I'm being dead serious about that. I will do everything in my power. The best thing that happened to me by becoming part of the inner space is where I met my boyfriend. He's a Lygon artist like Jessica. Nice. Bro, when it comes to like, you can tell if someone is like been a weeb or an otaku for a long time. You can tell something about that presence is so comforting when it comes to people who are actually like lolicons and shotacons and people like just not new people who are just getting into the space, but like people who have been here for a while, since 2010, like 2011. You know, that's when I got introduced to anime, like 2010, 2011, 2012. Like I've been here for over like a decade at this point. So I love this, like I love anime and all that comes with it, and just being in a space with those people who are just, they truly love anime. It's not like a grift, you know. They like anime for its weirdness, because anime has always been that. It's always been it's always been for the weirdness, you know. And it's what definitely got me into it. I love it, you know. So being in that space, it's good to have friends who are small, like your friend circle who is small, you know, because it's better to have that little friends who are ride or die than a bunch of friends who are, they don't even really know who you are, and they will leave you at the quickest instance. You know, cherish those people, because like, cherish those people. I'm telling you. But that's my little story time. I have been through a lot in my life. I've been through a lot in my life, and it has shaped me to be the person I am now. Alright, you can share it. Sounds like you've been really holy and unholy. Right. You know, if I didn't share all of me, right, then what would I be? I am not holier than thou. I am not, um, I'm not a perfect being. As so many people like to make themselves out to be, I am not a perfect being. You know, I will give you the good, the bad, and the straight up ugly about me, you know? And at least I try. And I try to keep it as real as possible when it comes to people knowing who I am, you know? I'm honest about my dishonesty, you know? I'm honest about my honesty. I'm honest about my faults, and I have a lot of them, you know? And yeah, I've been unholy. We've all been unholy. Like, that's a no-brainer. Like, we've all been unholy. All of us. I'm not perfect. I'm not gonna tell you I'm perfect. I'm not gonna put up an image and say I'm the perfect person. I'm not by a long shot. And I think that's what sets me apart from a lot of other VTubers. I don't put up a front. It's hard for me to put up a front. I give you all of it. You know, I give you all of me. You know, and that's what you have to do. And yes, it may be the reason why I'm not popular, or also because I'm male. That happens too. But I would rather be honest and unpopular than a lying fraud who is popular, you know? I don't like the idea of lying to people. I just don't. I've never liked the idea of lying to people. You know, have I lied before? Of course. I think we all have lied before. Again, I'm not a perfect person. Like anything about me. There's still healing I need, you know. There's still things I need healing from. Again, I'm not perfect. I can't stress that enough. I'm not perfect. I'm a content creator that is not perfect. No content creator or musician or songwriter or artist, illustrator, none of them are perfect. They all have faults. They're human. We're all human. We're all gonna screw up. That's just what it is. Till we meet the king, we're always gonna be flawed and imperfect. That's just how it is. Um, who is live right now? I'm tired. I'm a little tired. But we kind of mixed all the songs. Except for Run. I don't know where the file is for that. I don't know where the file is for that. So, I have no idea where it's at. let's oh, Aki's playing Withering Waves. Let me throw you guys into a collab. Why not? Because that would be funny. Oh, no problem. No problem. We should definitely do it again sometime. We should definitely do it again sometime. I'm getting better at the game. Right. Yo. No problem. Did I not say hi to God the right seat again? Man. Nice. I look, no hate, okay? There's no hate there. I'm sorry. I've been mostly lurking and working. That's cool. I don't hate you. No. I don't hate you. Copy the raid message. Look.